So good to have you back.
Awesome to be here.
This is fantastic. Every time I see you, I'm like, Amina, make the change today. You still have time to be healthy.
There's time.
I know. So tell our viewers who you are and what you do.
So my name is Virginia Nyaga. Most people call me Coach V. And I'm with Back to Nature, the Back to Nature movement, and I'm a wellness coach.
Yeah.
That means that I'm more about lifestyle transformation. Let's see how we can get you to a point where you are living healthier and experiencing life at your optimum. Yes.
While being healthy, okay, people?
Indeed.
And these are things that we, by the way, can access so easily. They're readily available. They're not expensive. It's not that you only get them at specific stores. And you don't understand why we don't take this option.
Exactly.
Every single day.
Yeah.
So what are we going to be focusing on today?
So today we are looking at it's tea time. What are the options you have for alternative milk or alternative sugars, or sweeteners? So I've had a lot of people who've asked me before, you know, now that I'm a vegan, how do I still take my tea, still take my coffee? And I like my tea and my coffee with milk. So how do I do that? Well, there are alternatives. First, I'll give you a few facts about dairy that maybe the viewers might want to know in case, you know, the Kenyans love their tea, especially their milk tea.
They do.
Yeah, it's even called Kenyan tea, right?
It's true, yeah. So specific.
But, yes, exactly. But milk is actually not necessarily good for us. Yeah, so you know, like they say, milk is nature's perfect food. Sure, if you're a calf, not like a human being, right?
What about all of the nutrients that we get from the milk?
Well, that's hit and miss. You know, they say that milk will help in reducing fractures.
Yes.
Not really.
Because it helps build with with your bones, and because it helps, it provides a lot of calcium and iron and.
Yeah, no.
No, we've been misinformed all of this time.
All of this time we have been misinformed. In fact, there's a protein in milk that actually results in fractures, that creates fractures. So drinking a lot of milk will result in 50% more fractures. There's a 50% more chance of you getting a fracture if you're taking milk. It has actually been found that it is more useful to take vitamin D to strengthen your bones than it is to take calcium.
So now, the very thing that you take in order to avoid the fracture is the one
that will cause it.
Okay,
because that protein actually goes and eats up the calcium from your bones.
Yeah, so where does this misinformation come from? I feel like this is something we learned in school, or this is something all our parents have told us all of our lives.
Yes.
So where did that come from?
Well, it's really just, okay, so the people who give us this information are probably part of the dairy industry.
Okay.
Yes, so of course then it's kind of like still marketing and promoting their product, and that's how we end up with the misinformation.
Okay.
Yes.
You learn something new every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Exactly.
Okay. So we're looking now at options of milk.
Yes.
And I see 2 jars.
Yes, there's 2 jars here. So for me, I now go plant-based. Everything is plant-based. Obviously, as a vegan, I don't have any animal products. I don't have any meat, nothing. Yeah. So my options are now to make milk out of nuts, out of seeds, and things like that. So what I have here is an example of, this is coconut milk. That I've made fresh, not something from a can. You can get the one from a can, but do it in moderation, because even in the cans, you don't know what has been put in the cans. So what I've done here is I've actually made coconut milk straight from the coconut. You just grab the coconut, peel out the meat, put some water in it, into a blender, blitz it, and voila. Then you just have to sieve it. You just have to get rid of the meat part of it, and you have the milk.
I think what people also why they try to stay away from, coconut or even almond is because of the taste. Yeah. It's a very distinct, different taste.
Exactly.
So it's strong to some, so strong that you can't handle it, and you just opt for the easy way out. For the
easier way out, yeah. So it's the easier way out, but long term, it's the worst way out. So it's for you to decide, are you going to be happy with broken bones, having osteoporosis and things like that, or would you prefer to acquire the taste? Because it's really an acquired taste. Like, is there anything that you probably did not like in the past that now you do?
Of course, a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like olives now. I never used to like it before. Yeah. I really love prawns and shrimp that I never used to like before at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I do hear what you're saying.
Yes, so you can very easily just change your palate. Yeah, so you can, like, even for me, I never used to like olives, and now I do. Now I can eat an entire jar of olives in one sitting.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, you know, as Africans, as Kenyans, tunakuwa na wageni kila saa kwa TV, wanakuja, wanajaa, hawajakwambia unakuja. So, you know, I think coconut is a bit pricey, right? I mean, just this jar is it 1 or half a coconut?
That's one small coconut.
One small coconut.
But that's not all that came out of it. You can actually make up to 2 liters from 1 coconut.
Okay.
Yes. So it depends on how thick you want it, or, you know, like even with the almond milk, if you want it thicker, then you put less water, but you can put up to 3 or 4 liters in one batch.
So it's not a question of, you know, you can have as much as you want for as many people.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
That's great.
Yeah, and you know, for a lot of people, you know, about 75% of the population, of the world's population, is actually lactose intolerant. So a lot of us are not actually able to take cow's milk, and we think that the only other option we have is to take our tea or our coffee black instead of having to have a milk alternative. So there you go. Here's an opportunity. You know, you can take this. It won't harm you. It has no lactose in it. It's healthy.
Yeah, both of them, almond and coconut.
Yes.
So let's talk about the prices. So one packet of milk is around 60 shillings now, no? It is, right? How much
for 500 ml.
How much? Yes. So and then now equate it to now coconut or almond.
Okay. So say, for example, with almond, for 250 grams, it's about 400 shillings, but you only need a cup to make 4 liters of milk. Yes.
So when you try and calculate that mathematics, you're just like, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
So 250 will end up being about 4 cups. Yes.
Okay.
And coconut, a small coconut is about 50 shillings. And you get 4 liters of milk from that too.
4 liters of, and for 500 ml, we use 60 shillings. Okay, so it's not a matter of affordability.
It's not a matter, yes, exactly.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's make the coconut so that people can see, you know, how to make it.
How to make it? Yeah, sure. Okay, so a very simple way. We know like the Waswahilis have always made coconut milk for making like their rice and all that kind of stuff. Those ones, exactly. Right? Yeah. So there's that way of making it, which is actually pretty simple. You just get your mbuzi and you grind the coconut out, and then you put it in milk and squeeze it out in the exactly.
It's called uti, right?
That one.
Anyway,
that is one of the ways you can do it. An even simpler and faster way. Just get the coconut out of the shell, pour it into...
And I see that it has a bit of skin on. That's still fine?
Yeah, it's fine, because you're going to sieve it out. You're not going to actually eat the coconut. So you put the coconut in a blender, take about 3 to 4 liters of water, pour it in. I won't put 3 or 4 liters. That will be too much. We'll probably end up with it all over us.
Shower with coconut.
Shower with coconut milk. So we'll just put that much. And then... let's see whether this is all set to go. Oops.
That's a lot of water.
It is, yeah? But once it blends, you'll be surprised how quickly it goes through. Oh.
Yeah.
And this blender will just not close.
Oh, of course not. Why would it?
Of course,
we're live on TV. This is the one time it has ever failed in your life.
You know?
Why would it
Why
not
would
stop
it
at
do
this
now?
point? This is so funny, and it always happens. It's like
voila!
Your car has never failed you.
Then on the day you need it,
the one time you need it to work is if you fail. So it's not closing.
Yes, it's just not closing.
All right, fine. So we'll just have Clint come over and help us. Hey, Clint, come help us. So we have Clint. Clint is one of our finest, and I think he was so close to the set because we are making tea.
Yes.
And he is from that side.
Oh, okay.
Jamani,
so
tunataka kutengeneza tu chai. So ni hapa
okay,
Clint.
yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're good.
We're good.
Hey, thank you, Clint.
Yes. The magic fingers. The magic fingers have worked.
Yeah.
Was it a cup of tea that worked?
Yeah, it is a cup of tea. That's what he was trying to gun for.
Okay, let's see whether we are...
good to go. Did you turn it on at the bottom? All right, fine.
It is?
Yeah.
Oops. Okay,
so pretty much when you put it in the blender,
it blends and it gets
like
milky.
Yeah, voila. That's what normally happens.
Yes, that's what happens.
In other instances, when the blender fails
like today. Oh well, there you go.
So, and you know, you can mix it with as much water to try and make it, you know, to give it the consistency that you like.
That you want. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
all right.
Exactly.
And I mean, I love eating coconut raw. So, is that something that you give the kids?
Yeah.
You know, like, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially like for kids, this kind of options are actually better than taking dairy milk. Because, you know, by the time you're 5 years old maximum, you've actually stopped producing the enzyme that processes lactose. So if you're a grown-up and, oh, we're back. Cliff is back.
Yeah, Clint.
Oh, it's Clint.
Yeah.
Okay, or Cliff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fine. That'll be his new name now.
From now on. So yes, once you're past the age of 5, you're actually not processing lactose very well. You're not processing milk very well.
Yeah.
So even for kids, especially over 5 years old, there's an opportunity. There are lots of kids who have allergies. I've heard from, you know, asthma to, you know, skin illnesses and all that stuff. At the moment they get off dairy, it all clears up. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities there for us to even change the milk that we're giving our kids.
I love it. I love it. Being a mom, I'm just like, okay, I'm just taking notes. So here now we have this. So how do we make almond?
So almond is the same thing. You get a cup of almonds, you soak it for about 2 hours minimum, and then you put it in the blender again with some water, blend it, sieve it, done.
That's it.
That's it.
And it comes out.
Yeah.
All right. Now, where do you, I mean, is there, do you get them all at any supermarket? Well, for the coconut, we know we get it there. But then we talked about organic farming and organic plants.
Yeah.
So does that come into play?
Not so much with
almonds
and, you know, and flax seeds and that kind of stuff. Most of the times they are grown organically.
Okay.
So yeah, you can get it from anywhere, any of the stores that, you know, you go to. Yeah, we wouldn't mention them.
Oh, yeah, true, we will not. So we have these two for milk. Let's talk about now the sugar options that we have.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I think we all know that you can use honey as a sugar option, like as a sweetener.
Yeah.
Now, maybe some of the other things that most of us are not very familiar with are things like stevia. So stevia actually comes like a powder, and you can also get it like as a, you know, a syrup, but that you can squeeze in. Now, stevia, I want you to taste this. And you tell me, but taste very little, because it's very sweet.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's extremely sweet. So taste very little.
That much?
Oh, okay, that's a bit
too...
Okay, no, okay,
that's too much now. Surely, is that fine?
There you go, yeah.
You're right, it's very sweet.
It's very sweet, yeah?
Has a strong smell.
Again, another acquired taste.
It tastes like a spice. It tastes so... Wow, this is definitely an acquired. It's very herby. I feel very healthy. In fact, just with that, I feel like I've lost a couple of kgs. Feel a bit lighter. Yeah, so it's definitely an acquired taste. You definitely have to acquire that one.
Yes, yes. That one, even I sometimes don't really use it as much. I'll probably use it more in, like, if I'm making my herbal teas from scratch, because I'll do my herbal teas like with fruits, you know, like you do a tree tomato and a bit of orange in it, and there you go. You have a, you know, your newfound herbal tea. So those are the ones, that's when I'll use something like stevia.
Or like maybe in a smoothie or something that you're blending, so then maybe the taste will disappear.
Yeah, but then again, you need to be sure. Just know how much you can
put in.
Yeah, and you can handle.
It's really sweet.
It can be, yes.
What does it come from?
It's a stevia plant.
Okay.
So it's actually a plant called stevia.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
So that one, again, with stevia, there's a possibility of it not being grown organic. So just make sure that the one you do get has been grown organically. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we go. See? Organically.
Yes. The other one, before we go to this one that actually has some ingredients, is maple syrup.
Okay.
Yeah, so maple syrup, again, is another sweetener. Actually, I use that a lot when I'm making my raw vegan cheesecake, which maybe we'll do
some other time?
Some other time, yes. And yeah, that, again, is very sweet. And you can use it for, you know, sweetening your teas, your coffees, your desserts, you name it.
Yeah, so here it is. So wait, so you can use all of this when baking, apart from the stevia?
Stevia, you can use it if you are sure of how much you know you can handle.
And this is very light.
This you can.
Syrup. This is very light, no?
It's very light, yes.
Yeah. Did you make it yourself?
No.
You know, Coach V, you come across like you make everything. You turn your own butter. You know what? Like, you just, anyway.
Well, maybe
but you're
one
vegan,
day.
so no butter. So let's now talk about the dates and the zabibu.
Yes. So this is now the date syrup. Now this is something that most of us will probably not know about. Yeah. Dates are actually very cheap to acquire here in Kenya. Yes.
Yeah, the dates.
There's some dates in there, and there's also some sultanas and some dried sultanas and some other dried fruits that you can also use to make the date syrup. Yeah. All you need is dates, lemon, water. That's it.
And you put it in a blender?
Put it in a blender, and you end up with that. Now, this one, I'll even let you take a whole scoop if you want.
What about the seed? Because it has seed inside. So
yes,
you
remove the seed,
right?
Okay. Yes. You definitely remove the seed. Otherwise, that will end up in
Did you mix it with the sultanas?
No. This one doesn't actually have the sultanas.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. This would really be good in like a fruit salad. Yeah. I can definitely get how great that would taste. Also, my aunt said I eat too much on the show.
Here's a change.
And here I am. Saying nakula dates.
That's really good, yeah? And you can use that again for your baking, for your, and it's really fresh as well, yeah?
Doesn't it add a completely different flavor when you bake with it? Right? Because it has its own sort of...
Yes, it has its own flavor.
Yeah.
But it's still nice.
Okay.
Like, for example, like if I'm doing my my raw vegan cheesecake, the base needs to have some kind of sweetener, but it can't be something liquid. Yeah. So I tend to use dates more than
because it's thick, right?
Yeah.
So is this mixed with the sultanas?
No, that one doesn't have the sultanas.
So the sultanas is also separate.
You can actually do that as a separate thing. You can actually use that as to make the syrup instead.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you go to some places where they sell milkshakes, they also have dates, sweetened milkshakes. So now I know how that's made. Yeah. All right. So now let's make our tea. But we didn't even carry our tea bags, which is fine.
We have been visited by other humans.
But of course, I've had coconut milk. I want to taste the almond milk.
The almond milk. Actually, this is a combination. It's an almond and cashew milk.
Yeah.
So it tastes a little bit different from just having the almond milk.
Yes. Okay, fine.
But it's still good.
Yeah. All right. So, Coach V, if people want to contact you, as you just pour that in, where do they reach you on?
You can reach me on phone number 0799 214 714.
Slowly.
0799 214 714. There you go.
I feel like we could release a mixtape.
All
right, so there you go, Coach V, our health chef on Alfajiri Kitchen today, as we get to learn more about options for sugar and options for milk. This is when you're having your breakfast. It's all about healthy options. That's what we're trying to get into. We're trying to adapt a healthier lifestyle. And there is a movement called Back to Nature, where we're trying to go back to eat everything from nature, organically grown. If you want to be a part of that nature, call that number so that you can be included. Right now, though, on the other side of the studio, I have guests with me. So for you to find out who they are, take a look at this.